Cyberbrainer is an online training platform designed to help individuals and teams learn the latest technologies and become certified professionals, producing a comprehensive learning experience.
If I want to add some help text over here. Help text is nothing but what exactly this report data is going to contain. So it says over here that interactive report contains workers in a supervisory organization. And if you want to do some filtering, you can do some filtering based on predefined criteria over here. The next thing we have over here is called as sharing. Like I said, this particular report. If I want this particular report to be run by certain users, then I can give that particular option over here as share. By default, this is usually shared with all users. But now, if you want to check it, you can go and type RD:RE and find workers. You will not get this particular report because here I've chosen the option over here as don't share report definition. So you will not be able to get it. So, if you want, you can even go and check it in your report and you will not be able to actually make change or you will not be able to view the report definition. Alright. And if I want to say I want to share this with authorized users, this will be sharing it with all the authorized users who have access to my business object, called as worker, and my data source. So everybody who's authorized, I can do it. Otherwise, the third option which I have is if I want this report to be shared with a specific set of users or authorized security groups by security groups. You know very well what that means. It's like if I want to share this with somebody like an HR admin or a partner or something like a business user, I can share with anybody who's here or in my users. Say, for example, I can put all the relevant users over here. Now let me just pick Logan McNeil. I'm going to share this with Logan McNeil. And I'm also going to be sharing this with Joy Banks. I'm sharing this report with Joy Bank. So if you're going to be having your user ID as Carol Lee, you'll be able to see it. But since I've not shared this report across, if you proxy in as Logan McNeil or as Joy Banks previously, you will not be able to see this report. Now I'm just sharing this report with Joy Banks and Logan McNeil, which means only these people will have access to this particular report. Clear on this? The same security that we had over there as well applies here, because I may not want to have my reporting information shared with irrelevant users. Something like, an employee should not be able to view another peer's compensation or job or other relevant performance-related information. Only certain people should have access to view the information. That's what I was just saying at the first. Reporting is basically only viewing the information that you are authorized to, and nothing over and above that. That's the main purpose of a report. And that is where this comes in. The next option that we have over here is called as optimization. I go to the Advanced tab and I say Optimizations. So optimization is, if I want to optimize my report and ensure that the data is picked in an easier and faster manner, we have optimization. And how this does is based on indexing. So in RDBMS, the folks who know about RDBMS, we have a concept called as indexing. That indexing is essentially built on my primary keys, which means, say, I have a book, a relevant book. And in any book, be it a telephone directory or my own storybook or whatever novel book that I'm going to be seeing, I may have an index of contents which is going to effectively contain which page is going to contain which information. Similarly, in my database, for every worker I'm going to say this particular worker information is going to be available in this particular data block. So that when a database processing effectively happens, it need not necessarily go through all the records, skim through them and then find out the relevant one. It is easier to find in the index, and the index is usually updated from time to time. The same database concept applies here as well. So if I'm going to be choosing an indexed data source, which we'll be seeing next, I can use this, optimized for performance. Effectively, it is going to be used in any reports, which is going to be data intensive. Okay, that is the option that we have over here called as optimized for performance, and rest of them just ignore these options for now. And this one over here we call it as temporary reports. Since this is a training tenant, all the reports by default will have only a 1-week period, which means it is going to be automatically deleted after a period of 1 week. Since it's a training tenant over here, that's a default option that is chosen. So, after a period of 1 week, all the reports that you have created are going to be automatically deleted. That's what we call it as a temporary report. Alright. The next thing, call it as facet filters. I'll only give you a high-level brief on this. Facet filters, or all those that you see on the left-hand side over here. All those fields that you see on the left-hand side. We have around 40 of them. So if I want to filter this down further, I use what is called as facet filters. So any field that I have given over here, rating current field of study, all those fields, age, gender, location, all of these 45 fields are going to be available over here. And again, I can choose an option over here, called as SOT fields alphabetically, which is what is done over here. Active and inactive long-term relocation areas is chosen next first, then inactive age group base segment. All of those facet filter fields are provided here on the left side. There's just another way of filtering my 1,274 records in a faster and an easier manner. And I can add any facet filter as per my choice. Clear on this. Any questions? What exactly a facet filter is? But it's a little bit advanced topic, and we use facet filters only more on the search. We search type of reports and not on a normal report. That is one. And mass actions? Don't take or don't pay much heed into mass actions, because this is something which we have just voted right now. I don't want to confuse you too much with this for now. Just ignore that. And today activity. What I would rather suggest is go to the Find Workers report. Try to create your own version of this particular report and play around with all the different fields and the tabs that are available over there. And then let's see how it goes about. And tomorrow we'll go into the other types of reports.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.